Are we live? I believe we're live.
Yes.
Oh, good morning and good day and good evening, wherever you are watching us from. We're live again on day 2 of our Women's Day celebration at Seva Transformation Academy. And before we start today, I really want to say a big thanks to all our subscribers, followers, and all those that are supporting myself, Seva Transformation Academy, and all the guests, that are coming on. I know we're all bringing our tribes together, encouraging women that we know to watch us. So thank you so much for your support, for joining on the lives, as well as watching the replays and interacting with us later on. So really appreciate that. I just have one request. If you are watching this on a replay, please do type in replay in the comments box. It'll keep the energy going because this event goes till Friday. And as you know, likes, shares, comments, it all helps the algorithms. It all helps get this message out. And I'm bringing on so many special guests, and I do not want people to miss out on their energy and inspiration they have to share with us. Okay, so again, I also want to thank all those that have liked our page and interacted with us for the first time ever. I do welcome you to the Seva Transformation Academy tribe. Here, it's not just me. I have so many great friends in the industry, the wellness industry, the coaching industry, the transformation, everything that has to do with personal transformation. I have so many connections, and I'm sure you're going to benefit from learning from all of them and all of us, and also interact with us because we want to get to know you. We just don't want you to sit there in the corner and be invisible. So welcome to day 2. And today I want to welcome our special guest, Poonam Upadhyay. We'll go into introducing her in a little bit. I really wanted to quickly share about why are we doing this. As you might notice, because we're all part of this social media culture now, that many women are not celebratory of this, right? And I want to just remind you that it's okay not to feel happy about it, or not to feel up to celebrating or feeling high. You are fine to feel however you feel. I feel ready, I'm celebrating, and so are my collaborators. And so that's what we're here to do. We're not here to, show that, oh, we are better than you, or we are trying to over energize anyone. No pressure. You interact with us how you feel. And if you do, we're here to connect with you. That's my message today. So I want to bring on Poonam today, who is a recent friend of mine. She is the founder of the Coaching Institution, author of 5 Steps to Living Your Desire Life. She's a proud mom and a wife and entrepreneur, and she holds a 9-to-5 job in the financial industry. Welcome, superstar, superwoman Poonam. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you, Supriya. Thank you so much. And I love your message as well. And I would like to say thank you for doing this phenomenal work, which you are doing, celebrating women, incredible women all around the world and all of us.
Oh, well, we're sisters and partners in crime, right?
Yes, that's true.
The crime of peace that we're trying to create in this world.
Yes.
And I really feel that, the reason why we are just sharing this space today is because we're both ready and we have the opportunity. But maybe next year we won't have this opportunity, and somebody else will do it, and that's okay. So we're just ready. That's why we're sharing. And so I'm really happy that we connected right on time and we can do this service for our communities. So thank you for acknowledging me, and I want to acknowledge you too. So Poonam, yesterday I started the live with the acknowledgement of country, but today I thought of changing it up and thought we might start with a Vedic mantra, the Gayatri mantra. Would you be happy to do that with me?
Oh, wow, that would be great. Awesome. I would love to do that.
Yes, it will help us, I think, tune everyone in, because yes, Gayatri mantra is holds the meaning of holding light within, right? And calling in the invocation to Ma Durga, really, to share her light with us as we exchange today. So with that intention set, let's close our eyes with our palms together. Take a deep breath in, and for those of you watching also, please participate if you know the mantra. If not, just go with it with us. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, sigh out, and let us start. Om Bhur Swaha Tat Saviturvareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhur Swaha Tat Saviturvareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. So let us bow our foreheads to the fingertips, honoring each other before we start. And then thank you so much for chanting. I know there are so many versions of Gayatri Mantra, and we just chanted the first line, really, right? So yeah, here we are. Next time you can chant, I will follow. Great. Well, Poonam, thank you so much for taking the time out and coming on live. It's very generous of you to make time through your weekday schedule. So I won't take any longer before we get into today's topic, which is all about learning from you how to live the life of our desires. Would you mind first sharing, what does this title mean to you? What does this mean for you, Poonam?
Yeah, sure. Great question, Supriya, and thank you. So yeah, for me, living desire life means to know who you are and actually find what makes you happy. It's not about external world, I'm talking about internal world. Like what, like doesn't really matter with whom you're hanging out, what you're doing, just whatever you're doing, if you're feeling peace, happy and fulfillment, that's the called desire life for me.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is the definition of my desire life is to have a peace and wholeness within you.
Yes. And can I ask why it's desire and not desired life? Is there a reason why you have left the D out?
Yeah, because I always believe in present and the future. So if I put AD, it means past, and we are here to get better and better every day. So I have chosen that word called desire. It means wants, but for me, wants, yes, it is a wants, like what we really want. But nowadays, we are so busy in competition and we are so busy with our life to, as you mentioned, just showing I'm better than you and you are better than me. And we just forget about ourselves, what we are doing and why we are doing. We are just running the race like, oh, you bought a car, now I would like to bought a car, you bought a house, and I would like to share my experience if it's okay with you.
Absolutely, yes.
Yes, so yeah, I came to Australia 10 years ago with the big dream and just couple of dollar, like not couple of, sorry, couple of $1,000 with me.
Oh,
And
at least you have thousands, but most uncles share, I came with $2 in my pocket.
no, I was having a couple of $1,000 and I have follow my community people. They were guiding me. They were the way they guided me. I'm very thankful and grateful for that. But I was like a parachute. I was like floating. I was like, what I'm doing and why I'm doing this. All are my people and why I'm fighting with them and trying because when I talk with them and they're like, oh, she bought this, I should bought this, and that was not me, but it it took a time to figure it out who I was and who I am right now. So it was a journey. I have worked in every industry. Right now I'm currently working in a finance industry, but I have worked in each and every industry and different role. Don't ask me. I have worked as a as a cleaner as well, I can say. Yes, definitely. And I'm proudly saying that, because that was the journey I have been through. So yeah, I have worked each and every industry, but still I was not finding a peace. I was financially well. I'm so rich with my family. My
Mm.
mom, dad, my husband, my sister, like I have full people around me, but still I was feeling empty. I was like, what to do? I have moved to different cities, different countries, and
Right.
still I was thinking, like, let's move to Dubai, let's move to Canada, let's move to US. But then finally, now I'm at the point that no, what was lacking and what was that emptiness, now I know, because
Mm.
it's been a journey I have gone through. And now I know, and I now realize that it was not the country, it was not the house, it was not the money. First, if I'm happy from inside within me, then everything is beautiful around me. Doesn't really matter where I'm sitting, with whom I'm hanging out.
Oh, so powerful. I want to ask you a question then, you're talking to someone that's been on a similar journey, and I want to ask you, if it's okay with you,
Yes, go for it.
what stopped you in your tracks then? The Poonam that was a parachute, what brought you down and went, actually, this is not an outside job, this is an inside job. What stopped
Yes.
Poonam?
Yes, so I was a business woman, and then I was full-time mom. So I was looking after, I'm having 2 kids. So I was looking after my son, and I was full-time mom. And then I thought, let's start my corporate world again. I used to be a accountant before. So when I started that world, I was struggling between mom's life, wife, and then and I was a person, like, I am very honest with myself. So if I don't go give my 100% to any task, I feel so guilty.
Mm,
So that time, if I was giving my 100% to my role, professional role, I was not able to give 100% to my kids.
yeah.
And at night time, I'm like, oh, and my daughter is like, mama, you are not spending time with me. And I used to be give her my whole time. So it was 6 to 8 months, and I was like crying in the night time after talking to my daughter, and she was like, "Mama, you're not giving me time. You're looking after brother. You're looking after your job, but you're not looking after me." So yes, my daughter is a big, huge a part of this journey. Then I started realizing, and I started looking what I'm doing and why I'm doing and for whom I'm doing. And then I am following few people which are really great, and I have started reading good books, and I have changed my environment, and that's the biggest thing I have ever done. So I've
Yes.
changed my environment, I changed people around me, I started looking for myself. And I like the yesterday Jacinta said that what people are saying, none of my business. And that quote, yeah, that
Yes.
quote resonate with me, and I was sticking at none of my business. Let's think whatever you like to think, I will do my best. So yes, so that's the thing brought me down, and today I'm who I am. It's really incredible. I am proud of me myself. Yes.
I'm proud of you. And I'm so grateful that you shared so transparently that moment that made you say, no, this can't be the way I want to be. This is not actually making me happy. And that takes courage to actually face the reality of the unhappiness that lurks within, right? Because there's many ways we can distract ourselves. Like, well, a distraction can look like, you know, oh, but the paycheck, and the security. Oh, but I have this 20-year goal, and I want to build equity. All of these are distraction prone thoughts that take us away from the core need that we want to be good people and we want to feel fulfilled.
Yes.
Is that right? Like,
It's
that's
yes,
what you're
it's
saying?
perfect. It's perfect. And as you mentioned that distraction is the, and that's I was saying differently, that like competition, like paycheck, equity, showing up, but differently. What I believe in, that if you are fulfilled, like your cup is full, then you can dream big to have
Yeah.
a whatever you like, you will able to achieve, because I can see that now I was doing the same thing before, but now I'm doing with the very gracefully, with
Mm.
a different healthy mindset. I was working 9 to 5 before as well, but that was different. Like when I'm coming from home, work, I'm like, oh, I shouldn't go next day. But now I know why I'm doing and what I'm doing. So, my why is clear, and I would like to share this experience with all the incredible people around this audience, that yes, please try to make your why clear. Doesn't really matter 9 to 5 job or a business or a housewife, whatever
Mhm.
you do, please make your why clear. If your why is clear, your life will be different, totally different.
Ah, so powerful. Like this is we women need to hear this. I feel women and men, but I feel because we are celebrating women on their journey to self-discovery and self-empowerment and breaking through this bias, right? That we need to follow a narrative of, oh, we're the nurturers, we're supposed to sacrifice ourselves. And while that looks very different for different people have different circumstances to live through, and with priorities that may not look the same as what you just described. But knowing the why is so important because it helps you align to what matters. And this is synonymous in coaching, Ayurveda, yoga, right? Everything that we have learned in the Vedic scriptures and modern psychology, positive psychology, what works for the people that are successfully doing everything and leveraging their time to create such wealth, health, happiness, you know, that's the power of getting in touch with our own why, isn't it?
Yes, that's true. Yes. And
Because
yeah.
Yeah, sorry, because one of the reasons why I never took a step forward in my journey for a long time, and many others that I have coached or worked with have found that the fear of not knowing another way. So we just don't go there, right? We are convinced that this
Yes.
is the only way, though. How
Limiting
am I
belief,
going?
limiting belief. There is
Yes.
no other way, but always there is a way. If you think differently, there is a way.
Yes, and I think what you said powerfully just before is that you changed the people around you. You changed your environment by changing the people that you hang out with and talk to and absorb information from. You read books, you asked questions that were different to what the old Poonam. In my books, that's the way forward. That's the way to create change that we need. So yeah, so go ahead, do keep sharing. I love your story.
Yeah, no, that's good. And even I would like to share that always when we are child, we are having that uniqueness with us. But because of this society and this culture and this thing, we just missed our this innocence and childness. So I can say when I came to Australia before that, when I was teenager and I was child, I was with my dad. My dad is, oh my God, I'm proud of him. And I was hanging out with him all the time. So he was the one who always gives me all this guidance. And I was a different Poonam. But when I came to Australia, my environments changed. People people doesn't know that who I am, and and I was just I tried to just be with them, and whatever they were saying, I was following. But then now I'm feeling like yes, I'm again the Poonam I
Mm.
used to be when I was 12 or 15 years old or 18 years old. So, yes, so I think the inner child needs to be alive. We have
Mm.
to keep our childness, our innocence alive and see the
Mhm.
world with that perspective rather than with this, what it's called, uh, society and, all the rules made by the human. We shouldn't see our world with that. We have to be
Yes.
feel free. Like if you ask a child what you would like to be, he's so genuine and he will answer. But if you ask an adult what you would like to be, and what I should say, he'll judge himself. He will do inner
Uh-huh.
talk. He will do a lot of inner talk and then he'll answer. But for child, it's like super quick, so innocent. So I would like to keep my inner child alive. So yes, and I'm doing it. I'm doing it that now again.
I think
So
you are, because the way you live your life, I gave a list of things Poonam is, not just like one thing. And that's the story of many women. Do you know? Today's woman is not just an entrepreneur or a mother, they're both. Most of them who have been lucky to have met their life partners and created a child with, they are all of that. And it doesn't make anyone without a child or a partner less. But I'm saying that a woman has so many facets to her, and to have that and honor all those facets, they need that inquisitiveness, right? The curiosity,
curiosity, yes.
and what you're calling an innocence about life, instead of pigeonholing themselves in one box. Because our society does that, right? While I was growing up, I grew up knowing so many definitions and so many things to help me be sure about life, like, yeah, I could profile someone just by looking at them, or the way they, move
Yes,
their eyebrow and face. And I was so wrong. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know why they did that, and this is the curiosity we tend to kind of forget about, that we need to stay curious. Otherwise, we're actually putting ourselves in this invisible fence,
yes,
electric fence, which we might find hard to get out of if we don't learn the skills, or if we don't ask, why is my life looking so like, well, I've got no other choice but just to get older and die one day. We get to live every day.
yes. No, that's true. And I can say that still, if I'm doing this thing, people are like, what you're doing and why you're doing? Everybody has, they have a mindset like, yes, get married, have kids, do the 9 to 5 job if you can. If not, then just live this way and just, yeah, finish your life. I'm like, no, we can change our life. We can see life differently. And I can say there is a huge difference in me when I started seeing my life differently. My relationship with my kids and with people around me, it's really changed now.
Mm,
So, and
mm,
I'm not doing differently. I'm doing the same thing, but my mindset and the way I was thinking, it's
yes.
different now. Because as yesterday, Jacinta meant self love. So yeah, I love myself. So now I can share that love with everybody indifferently. Yes.
And if I can add to this, for me, why I have just devoted myself to Ayurveda and yoga, because it helps me be my fullest version. I'm not going around waving a flag that, oh, I'm this yogini, come follow me, I'm a guru. No, it helps me. It's a science. It's a tool for my life to be what? To be alive in my own life, and not die every day. Instead, live every day,
Yeah, yeah.
make conscious choices. And yeah, I'm being patient with myself as I grow into whoever I aspire to be, right? And then being surrounded by people like you, who are doing the similar work and showing up as that quality person, that adds value to my life. Just ask, this is not work, this is just amazing joyfulness, because I see you doing it and being 100% present right now. That's what comes with it, right? The 100% presence and um, energy that you bring to everything that you do. And
Thank
why
you
I
so
bring
much.
this up is because you mentioned that, right? Is because who you are being as a parent, as a coach. You wrote a book. Do you know how long it takes, or how much time or dedication, or not you, I know you know, and that's why I
No, no.
celebrate that
Yes.
you made it happen. It takes a lot of self-love to make things that you want happen. Yeah, it's just not about paying someone to make things happen. Some things you have to create. You have that desire, And in Hindi, the word is icha, and so is it in Bengali. Icha is a very powerful word. It's like, without it, my grandmother says, without icha, you're not going to be able to do it.
No, not at all.
You have to have the appetite. You have to have the fire. And if we have the fire, we have a responsibility to let it express itself in the creative ways that we are here to do, right? But we don't prioritize that. And that's where the misalignment tends to happen. So that's why we need more of us just showing up as, doing our work. Doesn't matter if our environment is not, just keep doing our own mission, I feel.
Yes, I really like the way you share that itcha, like desire, and then we can express. But sometimes why we are so involved with the society and culture, we are not able to see what desire we have. So, like find your own purpose, or find your passion, or find the things which makes you happy. Just don't follow the people like, oh, she is having this and that's why she is happy. No, it's not true. What makes you happy, it's true. So sit with yourself, give yourself a pause, sit with yourself and just see what makes you happy. Like for me, for example, I know that for giving, and giving is my value and my true principle. I can't say principle, but yeah, the giving is my nature. If I give, it's simple, like for birds or anything, I feel so fulfilled, so fulfilled. But yeah, for me now, I've kept boundaries. I will not giving everything to everyone. Before I did, but then
Yeah.
that's why I am here, because I was giving without thinking about what person is doing for me or what things. I was just giving, but now I have boundaries, like to whom should I give? Is it a match for me? If not, then I'll just give my energy, but not else, no my thoughts, or no, I'm not taking from them as well. So yes, and that's really a healthy boundaries I am keeping now. But
Yes.
yes, giving is which makes me happy. So I would like all audience and people that you should sit and give a pause to your life and just see what makes you happy, what's
Mhm.
your desire, and what you would like to. Everything is on this earth, just you have to focus and look for it. So yeah.
Well said. I want to add to that if I can, because I feel
Yes,
so
sure.
inspired too. That desire on the other side of the coin, in the spiritual industry or the spiritual community, there is some anti-desire talk, right? There is a narrative about the entire reason why you're miserable is because you have desires. So Buddhism also goes into the practices of reducing our desires to have no desire and be desireless, right? That is the state we are trying to reach. To clarify that, being on this path for a long time and have studied the scriptures, have studied and lived it, without desire we can't live a life. Okay, we can't. We won't feel hungry, we won't feel like we're managing our health or anything. But it's about aligning the desires to what was said by Poonam. It's like you have to align to the true desires, which are your own desires, not everybody else's desires that you're trying to fulfill. Like, mom would be so happy if I married this
Guys.
guy. Yeah. Or daddy will be proud if I got my degree in this. And you know what I'm saying? It happens from that age. But this is the thing, the scriptures like Bhagavad Gita talks about the
Oh
four
my
goals.
goodness, sorry to interrupt you. I was about to say about Bhagavad Gita and you started.
Yeah,
Even would like to share about that. Go for it.
yeah. Bhagavad Gita talks about the four goals, the Purusharthas, and one of them is Artha, which is all, and Kama. Kama and Artha. Which Artha talks about your money, your finances, your your wealth creation, wealth mindset. The other side of it is what is it? Karma. Karma is yes, it talks about pleasures, but that also addresses desires. If our desires are not in alignment to our purpose, we are going to go in the wrong direction. And that's why Buddhism and yoga is saying the root cause of all your problems is your desire. But if you go a little bit deeper and you actually do the practices and you meet with teachers, and come to me if you want to, I will clarify it for you and will help you get you clear about your goals that are yours, that are yours, and not, you're not taking on burdens from the rest of the world to fulfill them, you know?
Yes. There is a steps to find your purpose, find your inner peace, and there is a steps and there is a system to follow. You can't just do randomly and you say, yes, I can find the peace. You won't be able to. And it's Bhagavad Gita also, you, as you mentioned, I would like to say, Arjuna, when he was on the on that war land, and he was asking Krishna, why I'm doing this? They all are my brothers. Why I'm doing this? And he was not having that desire. But then Krishna, he explained him what's a karma. And then he understood why he is doing this and what it will give him. And so, yeah, I can't explain this. It will take 15 episodes.
Yes, that's perfect. Perfect story.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like for Arjuna, he was sitting there and he was like, I can't fight with these people. They all are my people. And he was crying and he was begging to Krishna, please try, do something and stop this war. I don't want to do, I'm okay to lose this battle. I don't want to win in front of my brother. But then Krishna, he was there and he explained very so well. There is it would be a big episode, and even I am not that much clear and I don't want to guide people, but I do know that he explained very well. I do read Bhagavad Gita almost a day, every day one slok. Yes, so yes. And then he realized, yes, this is my karma and I have to do, because karma is the thing, like good karma, bad karma, but that was his karma to create an space for people to know that what's happened when you do bad karma and good karma. So that's why Bhagavad Gita is the book which explains us what life it is and how to live our life. Yes.
The way I tell this story, the same story to my yoga teacher trainees, is that Sri Krishna and Arjun are the symbolism of Sri Krishna being the supreme consciousness that's guiding us, and Arjuna is the individual consciousness, which has the ego talking all the time too, which is the voice of fear and hesitation and unclarity, lack of clarity, right? Or identification. So his identification was saying that, oh, look, these are my brothers. How can I go to war with them? And then Sri Krishna comes in and says, look, no, but you have a dharma. You're a yogi. You've got a job right now. And this will be adharma if you do not fight and protect your own side and do your job as a warrior. You have been given the skill to be an archer. Be the archer right now.
Yes.
Get rid of all the distractions and be that.
And it was explained so very well. It's really a beautifully articulate by Shri Krishna, and and on Bhagavad Gita as well. So it's really a powerful message from Shri Krishna to Arjuna for our day-to-day life. Also, we can follow those things which Krishna explained to Arjuna, and then he, okay, yes, this is my task that I have to do. So yes, I would, yeah.
Yes, and so there goes the third Purushartha of the four. I teach this in goal setting for my yoga practitioners and my mentorships. So we do goal setting not just for, but we have to connect with our spirit's goals as well, right? This is why we're here. Biggest alignment is to our spirit's journey here. So there's dharma, artha, kama, moksha. To get moksha, you have to master all these other three areas, which is you can't be all spiritual and forget about and renounce your responsibilities as a father or a brother or whatever you have. And you can't be all financial that you forget about your responsibilities in your relationships that you have on planet Earth that you came into. And so it's a balance, and it takes a little bit of thinking, like you said, pause. Take a pause and get aligned to your soul's goals, then map out what it would look like in your life goals.
Yes.
And for beautiful Poonam here was writing that book, no matter what the circumstances. I mean, this woman does a 9 to 5, has 2 kids and a husband, has a marriage, a successful marriage. I want you to share about that in a moment. But that takes a lot of energy. And she said to you, she said to us that she likes to be her complete self wherever she is. As you can see, she's doing that right now. She's so engaged. That takes commitment and alignment. And that's what we are here to learn, right? That's our journey, self-mastery. And yeah, so do you want to share a little bit about how you actually do your life? I mean, you do a lot, but am I making it sound harder than it is, or how do you do it? How do you be Poonam?
Oh, no, it's really, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm loving my life. So yes, a 9 to 5 is my karma, as we mentioned on like Bhagavad Gita. I believe that that's my karma for my family, and I really resonate with you, and I really acknowledge that you mentioned that 5 things: moksha and artha, purushartha. So yes, if you can't be only spiritual, and I know in like for my culture, like Indian culture, if you're too spiritual, you can't think about money, you can't think about luxury life, because you're spiritual. You have to be yogi, and you have to be you shouldn't think about money. But I really don't resonate with that. I'm like, be spiritual and be abundant with your finances as well, because if
Good.
two of them matches, then you feel complete. If you're only spiritual, one day you will feel like, oh, you really won't feel that complete. And if you're only financially running behind the money, oh, then that's the no point. So yes, I am really really resonate with that word and your thought that yes, we should have both together. And for me, that's what I'm doing. 9 to 5 is my karma, and what I'm doing, coaching and guiding people, helping people to live their desired life, is my own spiritual world, and my own I'm fulfilling my nature to giving away to people to live their life, think differently, and everything is on this earth. So yes, so it's easy for me. I'm loving it what I'm doing, and my family, I'm very grateful and fortunate to have a beautiful family around me who are very well supportive and allowing me to do what I'm doing.
I
My
mean,
husband, my family.
yeah, who's
Yes.
in your family? Who's in your immediate family that you're talking about?
Right now I'm living with my husband and my 2 kids.
Hmm.
So yes, they all know what I'm doing, and they're very inspired. My daughter, she's super inspired with me, and she'll write a quotes for me some days. And Mama, this quote will be good for you, like the what you're doing. And my husband is super supportive too. He's
Uh-huh.
really and he's always saying that yes, you are doing good work. So he never said nothing, like he's never say no to me. He takes me to anywhere I would like to go sometime. Like I'm like, "Oh, let you drive for me and take me on that event." And he's okay, let's go. So he's fine. And my mom, dad, they are overseas. So yeah, my mom and dad, they're spiritual as well. So they're really liking the what I'm doing. My sister is here. She's also liking the work I'm doing. So yes, I'm really fortunate to have a beautiful family around me. And
Yeah.
yes, financially, everything is really blessed.
Well, I have to congratulate you on that, because most people may or may not agree with this, but I resonate with how you celebrate and talk about your family. And for most of us, family is important, whether we have a good relationship with our immediate family or not, but it is very an impactful life, part of our life. Um, and one of the things that I've realized in my journey of, following my calling and honoring myself, there's no greater joy than involving your family in it, like being able to share your gifts with your family and them seeing that actually this makes sense, and there's a different joy in your family understanding you. Would you agree?
Yes, I totally agree, especially with my mom, because she was having some limiting belief because of culture. So nowadays, if she shares some things with me, and I'm like, I'm saying differently. Even first time, she's like, what you're talking, like first 2 or 3 times. Now she realized that yes, what Poonam is saying making sense, and it's really changing her life as well.
Yeah.
Yes, just changing yourself will give, no, people around will also change, and they will know what is the difference, because they know me, who I was and who I am. So they see that difference. And especially, as I mentioned, my mom and my dad is also really resonate with all this, but my mom, she's changing now. She's changing the way she thinks, the way she takes things on her. Now she's like no more personal with the things around her. She's like, okay, that's their stuff, it's my stuff. I don't need to take their stuff on me and being upset and sitting in the corner and disappointed, like, oh. So yeah, she's really changed now. And yeah, it really makes a difference if you change your life. 110,000% people around you will change, see the change as well in their lives.
Beautiful. Yeah. And I feel like there is, well, for me, the main person that has always been by my side is my mom. But the journey of having a real relationship with her has been a long journey for me, personally speaking. It's been a long journey for me because we have had completely different upbringings. We have had completely different, just life experiences and angles of looking at things, as mother and daughters do. We've been at airports fighting like cats and dogs, and then this man this man looks at us going, oh, you can't get this anywhere else other than a mom and daughter's relationship. And here we are, and we're just fighting, and we're just really vicious against each other. This was a long time ago, but we've come a long way from that, Supriya and her mom, to here, where we just really connect. And we also give each other the space when things just don't look friendly anymore, And I respect that, because there comes a point in someone's age, you've done a lot in your life and you're just tired in life, right? So you're just tired. You don't have the fuel to work on yourself. And I'm grateful that my mom just admits it now, just goes, look, I see you, I hear your point, but I just can't do it. And I just like, that's okay. That's all right. I'll just go away. I'll come back in a few days.
Yeah, that's really, I can see that what's like she and you both are having a healthy boundaries now. Before you were like, oh, you don't understand me, and you again give her a back. Yes, and that's what the problem is. So yeah, that's what my mom is again, not with me, but the other people. She takes on her, and then she gets upset, and yeah. So yes, that's healthy boundaries is really important with everyone. Like husband, mom, dad, daughter. We have to have that healthy boundaries. What is right for you, you should do it. If they don't resonate with that, or if they don't understand, that's okay. That's okay.
The reason why I share this is because, I've never been more sure about this, where our relationships with our parents or primary caregivers, how it evolves, really does play a part in how we connect to our clients, our students, and our broader community, I feel. Because that really translates to our ability to talk to people that not necessarily will agree with us down the track, or share our points of views. And I have also observed this quite closely in some relationships that I've had in the past with people, where I've seen the way they treat their mom, or how they behave with their own mom. Some people give their parents silent treatments, like they don't talk about the problems. They just walk away, never resolve, never talk about it. I know there's like a lack of communication skills on both parts, but that shouldn't be the reason why you still get to hold that grudge and let it not address it, because it did transfer into my relationship with them. It's when we had a conflict, that's exactly how they behaved with me. They stopped talking to me, because these are the what I'm trying to say is,
yes, I got you. Yes.
We might not say that it is related because it's a different person, but no, it's how you do one thing is the way you do everything.
Yes. Yes.
And we can say, no, I'm better at work and I'm worse at home.
I'm curious if you would share a little bit more about how you then now you have
Navigate
a
it.
beautiful relationship with your mom. So
Yeah, because I wanted to just bring it up because you were sharing about your beautiful family benefiting from your inner work and what you've prioritized in your life. One of my biggest successes that I felt really fulfilled with was when I was able to take my mom to one of my professional development courses that I did for yoga therapy. And we could bring in our family or someone that we knew that was managing a physical problem or such. And my mom was able to come in that day. And I thought, my God, if I had been at my 9 to 5 job, I would have never been able to do this. People have bring your dog days, but that's not, that's not the same as being able to take your mom to a place where you are doing your passion work, and your mom gets to benefit and see what you do. I felt proud of myself that day. But that just became the starting point. And then I've been realizing that mom's been able to share in the yoga, the community, the things we talk about. It just is a natural thing that happens once you choose to align with what's your soul calling. And it's a natural shift that happens, that you don't need to explain yourself anymore. People just see, and they are going to come forward and embrace your uniqueness.
yes, and that step, it's very important you have taken, that you took your mom with you.
Yeah.
That first step, if you haven't done that, and this journey won't start it. So yeah, I also
Yeah.
believe that take one step. Just listen to your heart and just do it anyway. So yes, that's a really beautiful story. I
Thanks for
really
asking.
emotional and so beautiful. Yes, even I like to congratulate you to now your
Right.
mom, and your relationship is so
Thank you.
beautiful.
Yes, thank you. And that's kind of the expectation I set for myself for all my relationships, because I don't like to keep anything separate like that, because we're all people, we all have feelings. We all want to be included. And I don't see a difference between someone being younger or older or superior. I just want everybody to feel okay to be themselves.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's not
and
about
that's the way I
validation. Like if someone is talking to us, or like as especially as a coach, what we are doing as a coach, we are holding a space for them, and we are just validating what they're feeling. But what happened before, when I was not coach and I was not aware of this all beautiful things, I was like, if someone is saying, oh, it's okay, now let it go, you can't let it go without expressing. You have to accept. Now I know that three step, you need to accept what you're feeling,
Mhm.
and then you have to hold that feeling, you have to process that feeling, and then you can say let it go. You can't just, if my mom nowadays, that's why she changed. If she thinks like, oh, this that person did this, I'm like,
Mhm.
okay mama, you are feeling, that's true, but that's not, the person will not see what you're feeling. So you are feeling, it's correct, I'm not saying that you are wrong, but let it go. Like I have validated her that yes, what you are feeling is right, but
Mhm.
that their stuff, not your stuff. So for example, you have to accept your feeling. You shouldn't just let it go, let it go. You can't let it go.
And that's
What?
again another spiritual slogan, right? Let it go, because Buddha said it. But hang on, letting it go with the skill to let go, that is acknowledging the fact that you have been hurt,
Yes.
and hearing yourself, your body say how you've been hurt, acknowledging yourself, then only will it go. you
Yes.
know Otherwise you've just ignored it.
Yes.
And so yeah, actually this
And
is,
while you are ignoring, you will do anger, or you will, because
yeah,
you're hiding something, you have to
yes,
show something, right? It's a very logical.
it will
It's,
find its way to express itself in another way, in a
yes.
destructive way. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was trying to share with how people behave with their parents, because parents are one of our biggest triggers too, right? Yeah, they are one of our teachers
Yes,
of how
it
to
is.
mature emotionally, right?
Mhm.
Now why I shared that it's been a long journey with Mom and I is because now I can accept that she will be up and down all the time. I cannot control my mom, and give that up. But and the unconditional love comes from seeing that that is the range she is, and it is my job to grow from that. I can't grow from changing her. That's not the solution.
No,
Anyway, going back to, like, thank you for validating me and hearing me out on this and connecting with your story. So exactly, it's not as simple as just letting it go. There is a process. We should learn it, get some coaching around it, go and seek therapy, have some self-care routines there. I often say to students that have studied with me with anxiety and overwhelm or anger management, it's all stemming from unacknowledged emotions that are sitting below, right? Yes. And yeah, so there are steps to do it. We can't just generalize and say, let it go, because if you don't do anything with it, it becomes suppressed and unacknowledged, and you become more disassociated with yourself. Yeah. Which is the opposite of connection to your desires.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. And that's why there is a lot of work to do before knowing that what you really want. And that's why pause and just think. And there is a process to follow. Just go with any coaching session or Ayurveda, yoga, wherever you feel comfortable. But yeah, there is a process to change your life, improve your life, and feel fulfilled from inside. And everything will be outside beautiful.
So, my dear, what would you say to a woman watching you right now about making that happen for her? Like, what are the steps that she should take to create the life of her desire in present tense?
I have written that book. It's every steps is there, everything is there. So it's good to have that book and read it. And I would say repeat and repeat, because key to any success is repetition. Just not one time. First time you will see what I have written, you will not even understand, because I know I have been through this journey. First time I won't be able to understand what they're saying, but then repeatedly I was listening to their videos, audios, and then I realized what they were saying. So yes, have that book, just read it 1 or 2 times and just give yourself pause. And I'm here to help you. Supriya is here to help you as well. She is such a beautiful yogi. I would like to come to you, Supriya, because I'm doing something different, you are doing different. So
absolutely,
yes.
Absolutely. Yes. And please come. I'm definitely here to serve. And well, talking about this book of yours, which you didn't go into much detail, but this book, from the title, it says 5 steps to living your desire life, which is that, right? That she can rinse and repeat the same steps and she can create the desire life that she wants.
Being in present and then follow the steps.
Amazing. So this book, are you, you said that you had something to give away today.
Yes,
is that right?
I would like to share that book to whoever likes to have it. Just they need to comment on this video, or can direct message to you or me, and just say anything they like just they are ready to change or make a change. I'm happy to change, and then #change, and I will send it to you, the PDF copy, soft copy, and you can read it.
Thank you, Poonam.
Yeah.
Great. Well, what I'll do is I'll put in a comment after this live in the comments box, giving the steps, and also DM us saying change and #change, and just let Poonam know what it is that you're ready to change, or if you feel comfortable. Otherwise, we'll send you the PDF once we connect with you in the DMs. And after you followed those steps, it'd be great to give you that copy of the book from Poonam. Poonam's got a special energy, as you can see. It's so authentic, Poonam, and you're a living example of, what we are we're trying to demonstrate, you know, that it is possible for anyone, right? It's possible for anyone. We don't have to sleep on the wheel and kill ourselves behind things that we don't want to do. Poonam, you're a really nice example of, you know, what can happen when you start living your purpose. So thank you so much for doing that inner work and showing up today.
Yes, and I would love to share my journey with everyone and would like to see the change in their world as well. So I do run coaching sessions after hours and Saturday, Sunday as well. And I have many clients who have changed their life. So yeah, happy to coach you guys and just read the books and just direct message me or Supriya. And yeah,
Wonderful.
start your
Yep.
journey of
Yes.
transformation.
Yes. Well, Poonam, thank you so much for being here today. It was lovely, lovely connecting with you and sharing your pearls of wisdom with everybody watching, everyone that will watch the replays. Don't forget to put hashtag replay in the comments when you do watch the replays, if you haven't made it to the lives. Thank you so much for all your participation. And do you have anything to say before we go today?
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much for celebrating women and having me and sharing stage with you. So yeah, that's a wonderful conversation. And yes, thank you so much. Looking forward to be connected the way we are.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
A
Okay.
hug, virtual hug.
Virtual hug.
Yes,
We'll
yes.
meet. You're in Sydney, so we will definitely make some time to have a chai soon and, you know, chat
Yes,
in person. And for those
yes,
of you
definitely,
viewers,
definitely.
now
Looking
we'd like
forward
to
to it.
say goodbye today, but we're back tomorrow with Tarusha Jayasena. She's the entrepreneur who's brought in an Ayurvedic skincare brand called Mantra. We'll be getting to learn from her tomorrow at 4 p.m. See you then.